Hey everyone, this is J-Dog, and I'm here with another video. Yep, I am once again talking about the situation evolving with this man, this South Carolina DJ from Florence, South Carolina by the name of Jason Rogers Pope, who decided to go around and mess with almost 600 to 700 black females not telling them that he was diagnosed with the HIV virus. I also know and find out, there is some stuff I forgot to talk about or look up or mention in the other video, that some of the women didn't even want him. So he would force himself and just go out and rape them. Some of the women were not even of age. I found out the age range of some of the women that was on those that was with this racist pedophile, and this is why I even called him a pedophile, or why people call him a pedophile. It's because the women, the youngest girl that he was with, having unprotected sex, raping, was at the age of 13. Maybe 13 to 16. So you got this man, this coward, this racist and this rapist, this pedophile by the name, this DJ kid, Jason Rogers Poe, messing with underage girls. And no one tried to stop him. He's been reported. Thank God there was people that was trying to stop him, trying to report him. But the police didn't charge him. They now all of a sudden finally press charges on him, and he's still locked up or he's on bond. I'm not sure. I also kind of blame some people within the black community for allowing this. As a black person myself, I do blame some of us in the black community, both black men and black women, because for black men, this is why we need to start protecting our women and our children. This guy should have been dealt with, even without the help of the law, so that he couldn't even because in the past, we wouldn't allow this kind of behavior, this guy to just walk in during the age of my parents and grandparents. But this new generation of black people especially will just allow people to just, because all of us, especially this coward, to just come in because he can do a little slang, will smoke a little women, will have sex with non-white people. That doesn't mean he's not racist. In fact, the reason why he was having sex with some of these women, whether it be swirlers who consented, or even underage girls who he forced and raped, was because he knew he had the HIV and AIDS virus and wanted to have sex with them so he could infect them, and then in the hopes that they would go have sex with black males and keep spreading the virus. See, this was the kind of warfare, biochemical warfare, that his ancestors did on the Native Americans. And look what happened to the population of the Native Americans and the indigenous blacks who were here before even chattel slavery. Half of them have wiped out, extinct, or just have small populations. Only it was not these HIV, sexually transmitted diseases. It was viruses like, they may have existed, but then back then you had viruses that weren't that was more deadlier than what they are today because they didn't have the treatments like the smallpox, the tuberculosis, the plague, the measles, even the common cold was more deadlier back then because of the lack of treatments that existed, or vaccines, or cures that existed until now. And if black men don't start protecting our community like we're supposed to, be the leaders of our community like we're supposed to, more guys like these will keep sneaking into our community, attacking our women, attacking our children, infecting them with diseases, doing all kinds of mess, and even messing with even black men and getting us sick with illnesses or just killing us off. The reason why I say some black women too, not all black women, but the ones the swirlers or stuff who will mislead some of the black women to thinking that the white man is the best man in the world, like your Curacans and stuff like that. No. See, they try to ignore people like this guy, who is extremely dangerous. They don't vet people like this guy. They just want you to mess with anyone, even the worst of them, just so they can bash black men. So I blame some of these swirlers, black swirlers, who mislead some of these other black females into messing with guys like Jason Pope. And then all of a sudden they end up in more serious trouble. They get risk of death or diseases like AIDS and stuff like that. I'm not saying black men don't spread HIV either, but we're talking about Jason Pope and some of these white people. See, Jason Pope had a hatred towards black men, and he only really messed with black women, especially dark-skinned black women, because he wanted to destroy the black community. He's a racist. He said the N-word, and he wants to use the biochemical warfare to spread the virus to kill off half. I'm talking about 600 to 700 people, maybe more than that. And there may have been some black men who may have been with some of these women, and they could be at risk too. But that was what Jason Pope planned. I do feel bad for the underage female victims who got tricked or was forced, because I heard that there was a black woman that tricked some of these women into being with this guy just so they can get ticket concerts. So whoever that black woman was, I forgot what his name was, she needs to be held accountable too. That's what I heard so far. And of course, he needs to be locked up and go underneath the jail or worse. Not advocating for anything, because I know that's going to get me in trouble or my video flagged, but he deserves the worst punishment ever. The worst. And this is why we need to stop allowing guys to be excited about guys like that. This guy doesn't oppress. We need to stop being easily manipulated and repressed by guys just because they could do the latest hip-hop song or whatsoever. That don't mean they're not racist. If they're outside of the black community, that does not mean they're not racist. In fact, some of these he's a culture vulture. This will make him a culture vulture. Him doing all this turntable DJ stuff, that we created that stuff. That means he's a culture vulture who benefit off of stuff that we created in the music industry. And he needs to be locked up forever, because even if some underage girl did consent or go with him on their own free will, he's not supposed to be with no underage girl who's 13 to 16 years old. That's if that underage girl was willing to go with him, that's still considered a crime. That's called statutory rape. If the girl did go willingly. Which, because he's like, what, in his 40s? And some of the girls he was with are in their teens. and not in the and what's I think the consent age in South Carolina is like what, 18, 19. So he either way he still broke the law, and he should have been punished, and there should have been people even outside the law that should have dealt with him and stopped him so that it wouldn't have gone this far. And another thing, where is the Me Too movement? Where is Tarana Burke? Where's the feminist movement? These same women activist groups. So I also blame them, because you got guys like this, yet they're too focused on a lot of the black males, like your R. Kelly. Now, like I said, I'm not defending R. Kelly. Michael Jackson was innocent. Bill Cosby could be innocent. But when it comes to people like the Harvey Weinsteins or this individual, they all of a sudden are silent. Why do you think Tarana Burke was like, why is it my job to go after white men? That means that the real agenda is to target black males. You're not really fight, because if you was truly advocating for the war against sexual assault, sexual misconduct, if you're fighting against sex trafficking, you will go after everybody. That's why I like movements like the First Them movement. You would have gone after the people, gone after everybody, regardless of who they are. But I only see the Me Too movement going after big celebrity black men, whether they're guilty or whether even if they're innocent. I mean, there might have been some that are guilty, but still, you're not going after guys like Jason Pope. You're not plastering, and the lamestream media is also to blame for this, because they're not talking about this. It's mostly the people on social media that is talking about this. Now, I'm probably talking about, speaking of celebrities, this guy should also be called out by some of these black celebrities, by some of these celebrities in general. I want to show you some pictures. See, this is him right there. This is Jason, the DJ Kid, Jason Roger Poe. But look who's with him. That's rapper Trina. And then I think that's Kevin Garrett, some rapper. I keep forgetting his name. Now look at this. It ain't just rappers or black celebrities has hanged out with. You know who that is? Who's with Jason Poe? That's former quarterback and NFL Super Bowl champion Peyton Manning. And I think there's others. That's Future right there. So I wonder what they have to say. If y'all could find these pictures, and they're all on this Facebook page right here, I want y'all to go to his Facebook page. I'll even leave a link to it. I might even leave a link to each of these pictures. I want you to go to the social media account of all these celebrities and many others that I heard those rumors. He probably was even with former candidate Clinton and some other celebrities. I want y'all to go to their social media account, show them these pictures. You know, if you have to copy the URL link, show them these pictures if you have to, and ask what you gotta say about Jason, this criminal, this virus right here by the name of Jason Roger Poe, because that's guilty of association right there. Because if they're not gonna talk about it and call him out and disown them the way that the lamestream media disowned Bill Cosby, they need to be called out on that. Some of these same black celebrities, or celebrities in general, was calling out people like Antonio Brown, your Bill Cosbys, your R. Kellys, and whatsoever, your Michael Jacksons, but they don't talk about guys like this guy, right? I mean, he's not even that famous. No one even knows who DJ Kid is, but still, the fact that he was able to click with some of these celebrities, and also I want to know, did some of these celebrities even know what he was doing? And I wonder if some of those celebrities even hooked up with some of those girls that they said he was with. So that's another question that we have to ask. Did those celebrities that I showed the photos of, did they know what he was doing? And if they did, why did they not report it? Why did they stop associating, and why did they not call him out? That is, if they did not stop associating. I mean, are they going to call him out now? That's the question we need to start asking, and what we need to start asking those individuals. And I heard that there was others. I pray. I want to send my condolences to the families of some of those victims who were truly victimized by this coward. Who was tricked and who was of these cowards. And also, as a community, as a whole community, we take all of us should take some of the blame, only because we did not try to protect this community enough. We didn't protect our children, our women enough to stop guys like this from even doing the damage. And then also, this is another example of self-hate. We allow incidents like this to destroy our community and not do anything about it. I mean, we're in a race war right now. They're trying everything. Racists like him are trying everything. Him and his kind are trying everything to wipe the black community out. 600 people with that could be affected with a deadly virus that could be used to destroy a population. This one incident could be could lead to the endangerment of our entire community. Just this one incident alone. So we gotta step up and start defending our community before they truly find ways to wipe us out. And dealt with guys and cowards like him, and make sure that true justice is served for the sake of our community. But I want to know what y'all think in the comment section. I'll leave some of the stuff that I just showed in the description box and comment section for y'all to check out yourselves. Speaking of the comment section, I really want to know what y'all think in the comment section. This guy deserves to burn in hell. But that's all I have to say for now. This is J-Dog. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch y'all in another video. Peace, everyone.